Hey guys, welcome back to my inventory and declutter series. Today I'm going to be inventorying and decluttering my facial primers. Alright guys, so these are all my primers. I have about 19 full size. This is not really a full size, but it's pretty close. So we'll say 19 full size facial primers. We have some, I think about 10, I think these were 10 of like deluxe samples or whatever. And then one that kind of falls in its own category. This is like an eye smoother, like a primer kind of for under your eye area. So let's go ahead and get started. I know some of these I probably just need to toss because they're really, really old. But first off, let me talk about this one. This is the IT Cosmetics Feel the Moment Anti-Aging Ultra Hydrating Sensory Awakening Primer Serum. I love this stuff so much. It's like one of my all-time favorite facial primers. It smells amazing. It does have ocean water in it, and it kind of reminds me of like ginger. Like it kind of smells like ginger. I just love the way that it feels on my skin. It just makes my makeup go on smoother. This stuff is amazing. I highly recommend it. Hence why I have two, because I bought this one, loved it so much. I've used about half of it. And I bought a backup when Ulta had 20% off, so yeah, I bought a backup. So I really need to use up this one so I can start my backup, just so it doesn't go bad, you know. But I love this stuff, highly recommend it, it's amazing. Next is this. This is the Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. It's silicone free. This to me feels more like, almost like a moisturizer. So I kind of would sometimes use this with another primer. Like if I want to smooth out my pores or fill them in, I will use a different primer and then go in with this on top. But not all the time. Sometimes I use this alone. This is a really nice facial primer because it just feels really hydrating and moisturizing on the skin. So I really love this. Definitely want to keep it. It does have coconut water and electrolytes and probiotics in it. So really, really love this. Definitely going to keep it. This one is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It's oil-free, it's pore minimizing. I really like this as well. It is pretty pricey. I don't know that I would actually repurchase it. I thought it was like almost $40. So it is a pricey product. It kind of has the same color and consistency as the Benefit Professional, maybe a little bit thicker though. So I do like this. It does smooth out my pores, makes my foundation go on nice, so definitely gonna keep this one. This one is also a newer primer to me. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. It's the green one to cancel out redness. It's a color correcting primer for redness. I bought this more recently and I've used it quite a few times, but I really do need to give it a little bit more love. I have lots of hyperpigmentation and redness on my face, so that's why I picked up the green one. So definitely gonna keep this one. Oh, you know what? This one was hiding in my little basket but this is the Benefit Professional. So technically I actually have not 19 facial full-size primers, but I have 20. So with this one, it would be 20. So this is the Benefit Professional. You know, lots of people love this. It was a lot of people's holy grail, but since a lot of companies have came out with facial primers, so a lot of people have kind of moved on from this one, but I decided to pull it out this past week and a half, and I've really been loving it. It really does smooth out my pores, makes my foundation go on nicely. So I love this. This is like the jumbo size. The other reason I pulled this out is because it's so big and I've had it for a while, and I really want to use it because I don't want it to go bad. So I've been loving this. It's like a skin tone looking primer. It's a good one. Keeping it. This one here is the Garnier 5 Second Blur Skin Renew Instant Smoother. So I got this when it first came out. It's been a while. It has like a pink, it's kind of slightly pink, like a pink iridescence to it. Just slightly. I mean, you can't see it on your skin. It is really smoothing. It does feel silicone based, but it really does smooth out the skin. I actually do like this one, and I definitely need to pull it out and give it some use. So I'm going to keep this one as well. So another one that I like is the L'Oreal Youth Code Texture Perfector Pore Vanisher. This is, you know, a drugstore alternative. I think it's kind of similar to the Benefit Professional, and I really did like this. However, I tried to use it recently and it's just, it has lots of separation. Do you see that? Like it's liquidy and it just looks gross. I shook it up right now to see if it would mix the product, but it's just old. It has lots of separation, so I'm gonna go ahead and toss this one out. I just think it's too old and I've had it for too long, so unfortunately I have to get rid of this one. That's why I need to like not buy so many facial primers, because they're gonna go bad. And I'm one person that can't use all of these facial primers too quickly, so this one is gonna go in the trash. So these are the Palladio Herbal Foundation Primer. I just have 2 of these. At one point, like many years ago, I actually had purchased this to use on clients when I did like some bridal makeup and prom makeup. It's just a silicone based primer. It's clear. I think I tried to use this recently and it had a smell. Look at that. It's just has a really weird texture. So yeah, this one needs to go in the trash. It has a weird texture to it. Let's try this one out. Oh, what is going on? What the heck? So this little piece fell out. I have no idea where that goes. Do you see that? I don't know where that came from. So this one feels okay. And it smells fine. I think I'm gonna keep this one just because it is kind of full and I just hate to get rid of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one for now, maybe try to get some use out of it. This is the Lorac Porefection Mattifying Face Primer. It's oil-free, paraben-free, and fragrance-free, which I love. This is a deluxe sample size. It's not a full size, but it's, there's a lot of product in here, so it'll take me a while to use that up. It's kind of similar to the Palladio one. It's just like a silicone-based primer. Feels really smoothing on the skin, minimizes pores. This one is a mattifying primer though, so if you have oily skin, this should be good for you guys. But I haven't used it too much. I think I've only used it a couple times since I got it with a purchase. And I'm gonna just go ahead and keep that one, try to use that one as well. So this one here is kind of similar as well. This is the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless 12-Hour Perfecting Primer. And I've had this one a really long time. I think the last time I tried to use it, because a lot of times before I do these videos, I will kind of go through each product that I have, or try to go through most of the products to see if I want to keep them or not. So I try to use this one and I thought it had a funky smell. Yeah, it smells really funky. See, it's just clear. It's very similar to the last couple that I showed you. It smells like it went bad. It smells really bad. It smells terrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss this one, unfortunately. This is a more expensive primer, but I didn't use it fast enough, so definitely need to toss it because it smells funky. It smells really funky. Okay, so this is the L'Oreal Revitalift Moisture Blur Instant Skin Smoother Moisturizer. This is kind of like a 2-in-1 product. It's like a moisturizer slash primer. I really love this stuff. I've probably used about half of it. I really need to pull it out because I used to use it all the time. And it's just, it looks like a lotion, but it feels like a lotion and a primer in one. It really does smooth and blur out your skin, but at the same time gives you some moisture. So I'm definitely gonna keep this. I really want to use it. Maybe I'll use it today when I do my makeup because I haven't done my makeup yet. But I really love this stuff. Highly recommend it, especially if you like kind of like a primer and moisturizer in one. Like if you have dry skin, I think this would be good for you. So I love this stuff. So this is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. So I'm not sure how I really feel about this. I haven't used it too much since I purchased it. It is a smaller tube, which I may be able to get through. It's just a clear, like silicone-based primer, very similar to the Palladio one and like the Lorac one. It's definitely fills in your pores and smooths out the skin. But I don't think it like made my like foundation last longer or anything like that, which not all primers do. It smells fine, and because it is a smaller tube, I'm gonna try to use this up. I really want to get through some of my primers, so I'm probably gonna keep a lot of the ones that I have. So this is probably more of a inventory video, although I did get rid of 3 so far. So I'm gonna keep this because it is a smaller tube and try to use it up. actually want to do a video on products I want to use up by the end of the year. If you guys are interested in that, please let me know. I'm going to do my best to try to get as many videos I can up, you know, after I have my baby, but we will see what my schedule's like. Alright, so this is the NYX Angel Veil Skin Perfecting Primer. I loved this stuff, especially like for oily skin people. I think this is a really good primer because it almost gives you like a matte finish. It's very similar to the, what is this one? This is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. These two are very similar. So it has a white consistency or color to it. It's very smoothing, and I just kind of remember it giving me more of a mattifying finish. It doesn't claim that on here, I don't think. Let's see. It says ultra velvety oil-free primer, feels lighter than a cloud, leaves skin looking and feeling divine. So I don't know, I just remember I really used to love this a lot, and I thought it was good for people with oily skin. So I definitely want to keep this one. This is also a really good one for people with oily skin. This is the number 7 Beautifully Matte Makeup Base, and it stops shine for a matte finish and improves blemishes. It's hypoallergenic. I got mine a long time ago at Target, and I haven't used this in a really long time. Again, it's just a kind of pearly white finish. It's like a pearly white finish, and it mattifies, so it's good for people with oily skin, but my skin's not really oily right now. But I guess I could probably use this like just on my nose. Yeah, it definitely dries down to like a matte finish. It doesn't feel like silicone anymore once it's like starting to dry. So if you have oily skin, definitely check this out, especially like in the summer months. I think this would be really good for you. I definitely want to keep it though, so I'm going to keep this. Maybe try to use it like on my nose, which is where I get a little bit of shine, but for the most part my skin's pretty normal. So this is the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro Primer, and it's supposed to smooth, resurfaces, brightens, mattifies, and protects. And I know I used to like this. I think it feels more like a moisturizing primer, to be honest, kind of like the L'Oreal Moisture Blur. Yeah, this one feels like a primer and moisturizer in one. I really do like this primer. I just haven't used it in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this one. I think I've used maybe half of it up. It doesn't look like it because there's lots of air in there, but it feels pretty light, like there's not much left. So I'm going to keep that and try to use it up. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. This one, haven't used it in a while either. It's kind of the same thing. It has a white color to it. It feels kind of like a primer and moisturizer in one, but this is supposed to be mattifying. So again, good for people with oily skin. It doesn't feel though like it's drying down. It's definitely not like the, it's definitely not like this one. Like this one truly dries down to a matte finish to eliminate shine. This one doesn't feel mattifying, but I do remember liking this one as well. It's very affordable, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. So I have these two left. These both of these I got in a MakeupNme box that I got a while back. This is a pore control powder serum. So it's supposed to be like a primer. I think I used this maybe once. It's made in Korea, but it's more of a serum texture. It doesn't feel like quite like a primer, more like a serum. Well, it is a serum, but yeah, it has like a really thin consistency, but it feels really nice on the skin. Smells good too. I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this one. I actually have 2 of these, and I've already put one in a bag to pass along to like friends or family. I just had 2 of them a long time ago, so I put one in a bag a while back. But I do have 2 of these, so I am giving one away. So technically, I guess I have 21 primers, but I'm gonna keep this one. I just want to test it out. I've only used it like once, and I don't remember if I liked it or not. But I want to keep this because a lot of the products from the MakeupNme boxes, like I've been trying to use them up lately, and some of them I really do like. So I want to keep this and try it out. This one also came in a Mimi box. This is the Matte Pore Primer. And it says it has retinol, acetate, something acetate, and salicylic acid. So I'd imagine this would be good for people that have maybe acne prone skin. So I've never used this before. I actually like started pulling some of these products out. So this kind of looks like the Benefit Professional. It's like a skin tone color, but it dries down, blends out to like a translucent finish. Feels silicone based. Really, it looks like it's smoothing out my pores a lot. So I'm definitely gonna keep this. I wanna try this one out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this just because I've never used it before. I just wanna test it out, see if I like it, and just try it out. So I'm gonna keep that. So these are all like my little mini deluxe samples of primers. This is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. This is like a lot of people's like holy grail, especially people with oily skin. So I'm definitely gonna keep this. I don't remember if this was a point perk. It might have been. Comes with like a little spatula. But I wanna, maybe I'll try to use up some of these like small ones first. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this because I really do like it. I think I actually went through one of those before. I think I had two. Oh yeah, here's another one right here. I didn't even realize it was in the pile. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use these two up. So. Oh, this is a new one that I just recently got. This was a point perk from Sephora. It was the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in the mattifying one. I don't really need a mattifying one, but a lot of the other little samples like this were out of stock, the point perks. So I just, oh, you know what? This wasn't a point perk. This was actually a sample. Like you put a coupon code in and then you can get a sample of it. And you got to select which one, but a lot of the other ones were out of stock. So I got this one. Haven't even tried it yet. It's brand new. Oh, look at that. It has separation. Ugh. There we go. Just had to get through the first layer. So it feels good. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep that because it's brand new. I've never used it before. This is the Benefit Stay Flawless. I think this is the one that comes like in stick form. I don't think I'll ever use this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this along. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner Primer. I got this as a sample. I'm not sure from Sephora or Ulta. Never used it before. I got it recently, so I'm actually gonna keep this one as well because I've never tried it out. Has like a skin tone color. Kind of reminds me of Benefit Professional. Kind of smells like, I don't know what it smells like. It has a certain scent to it. It doesn't smell like bad, but there's like an ingredient in there obviously that has that smell. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm gonna keep that because I've never used it before. So this is the Smashbox Photo Finish More Than Primer. It's a blemish control salicylic acid acne treatment and it's oil free. I've never tried this either, so I definitely want to give it a try. I do have blemish prone skin, and I like products with salicylic acid, you know, because of my blemish prone skin. I just break out easily. So I definitely want to give this a try and test it out. There's a little swatch of it. Feels nice. I mean, most primers feel nice. What am I talking about, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and keep that one. This is the Shiseido Refining Makeup Primer Base, and I've never used this before either. There's a little swatch right there. It almost looks brightening. Yeah, for sure. Does it say brightening? No, but it has almost like a pink, like luminosity or glow to it. Like not shimmery or anything like that, but it almost looks like it's a brightening primer. So I'm definitely gonna keep this one since I've never used it before. I wanna give that one a try. Actually, I think I'm gonna use this one today before I put my makeup on. That's the one I've decided I wanna use. Another Dr. Jart primer. This is the Pore Medic Pore Minish Primer. Treatment primer, purifies pores and mattifies. I've never used it before, so I do wanna give it a try. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. just a clear silicone looking primer. You know, these are so small that I just really want to try some of these out and use them up. If I don't like them, I'll definitely just pass them along. This is the NARS Pro Prime Pore Refining Primer. Never used it before. It's really, really tiny. Oh, there's a little squish. Feels very thin in consistency, like super thin. Like not quite like most primers feel. So I'll give this one a try too. I'm gonna keep that. And then this one I'm gonna keep as well. I know I didn't get rid of very many, but that's why I changed the name of these to inventory and declutter videos. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It's oil free. I've never ever tried this primer before. I know it's a very popular one, but I've never tried it. Definitely want to try it out. If I don't like it, I will pass it along, but I'm gonna keep that. And then lastly is this. This is like an eye smoother, so it's not really a facial primer, but I wanted to throw it in here. It's in my primer drawer, but I definitely need to pull this out and use it some more. This is the L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur Instant Eye Smoother. So this is something I like to use before I put my foundation on. It just smooths my under eye area. I do have more dry under eyes and eyelids, so I like to use it because it does smooth out the skin, fills in my fine lines, and it just feels a little bit moisturizing, you know, before I go in with foundation. And I like that it has a metal applicator because it feels really cold and cooling and kind of depuffs under the eyes. So this is one product that I definitely need to start using daily to use it up, but I definitely want to keep it, so I'm going to keep that. So for this inventory and declutter, I did more of an inventory than a declutter because I kept most of my primers. But like I said, I'm going to try to go through some of them, and if I don't like them, especially like the little mini sample sizes, I'm going to get rid of them. But these are the three that I'm tossing in the trash because they're super, super old. This one has separation. This one smells really, really funky, and then this one is old and it just has a really weird texture to it now. So these are going in the trash, and then this one I'll just put in my little bag that I pass along to friends and family. So that was it for this inventory and declutter video. I'm not really sure which one I will be doing next. Maybe facial powders because I have a lot of those. So thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.